Alright, someone asked me why I like older men between the ages of 40 and 50. This video is just going to be about my own personal preference, so don't take this as something I'm saying every woman should look for. Alright, so you could probably overanalyze me and say that my attraction to older men came from this or that, but I don't know if anything really caused it or if it was just in me all along. But anyway, it might have something to do with the fact that as a young child my mother didn't have me around any other children. I wasn't around other children on a regular basis until I started kindergarten. So the whole time I was learning how to talk and carry on conversations with people, I was talking to adults. So I was one of those kids kinda like Dakota Fanning, 5 years old talking like you're 40. And that's kinda off-putting to other children, even though adults think it's so darling. Plus my mom would work a lot of jobs where she could take me with her. So she would bring me a few toys or something to do and sit me off in a corner or something, and I would do my own thing while she was working. Now, it's a good thing for a child to be able to entertain themselves, but for me, I think it got to a point where it impeded my social skills because I was in my own world for a very long time. So when I finally got to the age where my mom had to put me in school, I didn't know how to relate to the other children, and when I would talk, I was talking like an alien to them. So basically, yeah, it was just hard for me to relate to people my own age, and this continued up through high school. So this led to me having a boyfriend who was way older than me when I was a junior or senior in high school. He looked like he was about 24, but he was actually quite a bit older than even that. So anyway, reason number one that I like older men is because I can relate to them better. The second reason is sexual compatibility. Young guys, I think they get their ideas about how to make love to a woman from looking at porn because they want to fuck you like you're a goddamn porn star. Bang, 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 bang. You like that? No. Bang, 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 bang. How's that? Awful. Bang, bang. You know, I do not want you to beat it up. I don't want my back knocked out. I like nice, polite, thank you, you're welcome type of sex. And when we're done, I can say, that was lovely, love. I don't know who started the rumor that you ain't hitting it good unless you rearranged her internal organs. Anyway, I've never had that problem with an older man. Next thing, of course, there's the issue of stability and being established. There are young guys who have everything together, and there are older guys who ain't got shite. But in general, older men are a lot further along than younger men, as they should be. Also, older guys are more likely to be done playing around. Now, there are some older guys who are the opposite because they got married early and they didn't get a chance to play around as much, so once their wife dies or they get a divorce or whatever, then they're ready to play. Even if an older guy isn't into you for the long term, he's more likely to tell you that. Also, older men care less what their friends think. See, a lot of younger guys might be afraid to date a certain chick because their friends might say, oh, why are you with that girl? But older men are past the peer pressure age, so they'll take you with them wherever they go. That goes for parents too. They don't have to worry about what their parents think. Also, I like how older men dote on me. Now, this point would be the only one I would attribute to my quote-unquote daddy issues. People try to say, oh, you like older men because you're daddy. No, not really, but I like the way they dote on me, and that's kind of like a dad, so that's the one thing that I like about older guys that might have to do with that. Another thing is that older men are usually a lot more traveled, have been a lot more places, done a lot more things, so they're a lot more knowledgeable. Alright, downside to dating older guys. Well, if you marry them, you're more likely to be widowed. Also, as they get older, or once they get to a certain age, their body is going to deteriorate and you might not be attracted to them anymore. Also, they tend to have more health problems. And if you're interested in children, many older men are not, either because they already have kids or they never wanted them to begin with. But for me, all those are minor things compared to the downside of dating younger men. And again, this is just me, this is what I like. So anyway, those are the reasons I prefer older men. And the reasons that I stated, it's not necessarily that I can't find that in a younger man. Well, it also comes down to an attraction thing. I'm just physically more attracted to older guys. Even though younger guys look nice, they generally have fitter bodies, but they just don't do it for me the way older guys do. I'm not the type of chick who's gonna look at a younger guy who's got his muscles all ripped up and he's all oiled down and be like, ooh, I wish he'd come over here and just tear it up. No, I don't feel like that. I feel like this guy is just nice to look at. Or maybe I'll squeeze the pecs or something, but after that I'm good. Okay, maybe a quick dance, but after that there's nothing else you can do for me, really. Alright, did I leave anything out? Nope, I think I've offended the young guys pretty good already, so I think I'll stop there.